Well, good day, viewers, good day. And today's episode on Noel's garden tractors and firewood is I'm going to get my generator out and test it, I guess you'd want to say, or just get it out and check the oil and check the battery and start it up and see if it makes power and those kinds of things. Now, this isn't going to be as detailed as Dave from RCAF Polar Express. If you want to see the generator service video, go see Dave. Now, I got this idea to do a video on this generator from Mr. Gary at GBL, the Old Church 5-acre homestead. He gave me the idea to do a video on this. So anyway, it's just going to be a basic little video, nothing too much different than just checking over one of the lawn tractors, basically for start up in the spring or something. Check the battery and check the oil and fuel, make sure it runs, and grease a few things if there's things to grease. Well, there's nothing to grease on the generator, but fairly simple thing to do. So I gotta dig it out of there, I guess. But before I do that, I'll go over here and do the weather. It's cooler today. It sure looks nice out. Nice blue sky. And won't be long before all the leaves will be gone. And I just want to mention about the grass. Some people are saying that I got golf course looking grass here. Well, that golf course looking grass is looked after by this 1971 Massey Ferguson 7 and this 1975 Case 224. That's what looks after the lawn here. So anyway, now we'll get into the weather here, and we are at 11 degrees at the moment Celsius, and it's 52 Fahrenheit, so it's kind of chilly, but the wind is down nicely. So northwest wind at 6 miles an hour, so you don't really feel anything. And supposed to get to 12 today, so we're pretty well at that. So sunny tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. Look at that, 20 degrees and sunny. Then Friday is 9, Saturday is 11, and both those days are cloudy, and Sunday is 7 and rain. Monday is 4 degrees, and Monday's getting fairly close to hibernation day of November 1st. So you can kind of see there by the temperature that's going to happen, a hibernation. Anyway, I'm just going to shut you off here for a minute, and I think I'll put my remote mic on here for today. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we'll get started here. I'm just going to push the Massey Ferguson 7 up towards the door, and that'll give me a little room around here on the floor. And then we'll dig that out. I guess I don't know where I'm going to set you up at, but I'll find somewhere for you. Just hang on a minute. Okay, so I'm going to get some junk off of there, I guess, and we'll see how that goes. So this generator we bought shortly after the Hurricane Fiona, because we never wanted to go through that again. 10 days without power. And and I haven't used the generator since then. But that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Oh boy, that hurricane was so nasty. I don't, all the storms and stuff that I've been in here and where I live here, that was, I have to say, one of the worst storms that I've ever witnessed. And we've had some other hurricanes here years ago, but not quite like Fiona, I guess. We had a Hurricane Juan here, I don't know, it must be 15, 20 years ago, I guess now. And it did quite a bit of damage too, but I slept right through all that, never even heard it. Anyway, you certainly didn't sleep through Hurricane Fiona, that is for sure. So now we get this off of here and try and keep the dirt off on it. Just like this way. Take that off. Throw that up there. So this is a BE 9400 DFS BE model, commercial it says on it. So it looks like it has a Power Ease 459 cc engine. So I really don't know what horsepower that is. I think it's probably I don't know. I'm guessing 13 horsepower maybe. Maybe. Okay, so we got a set of handles here. And the wheels on the other end. Oh, I guess this thing is heavy. I'll say that part. $25-liter capacity for gasoline. And this is a dual fuel generator, so it runs on gasoline or propane. It might even run on that water, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, there she is. So, yeah, I hope to never put gasoline in it because that you've got to do a lot of extra little bit of work to make sure that the carburetor stays clean. Even though I had this covered, the dirt on it. These things are not easy on fuel. It doesn't matter what generator you got. They like their fuel, that is for sure. So, there. Now we even got the keys to it. Look at that. And I even left the battery hooked up. Isn't that something now? I guess I shouldn't have done that either. Anyway, I did. Battery's hooked up. So I'll go get a meter and see what kind of voltage we have in the battery. I don't know if I've shown you a very good picture there. I had the camera kind of angled wrong. Now, what did this cost? I forget now. 2 years ago, I guess now. I would say it's right around the 2-year mark since I've had that. What did that cost? I don't know what it was. That's $1,300 or $1,400 Canadian, I think. Anyway, so I'm going to find myself a chair. I'll put you down here for a few minutes and I'll get myself set up here. All right, I got my meter here. Old meter is kind of, it's an oldie, but it works, I guess. It's got the temperature tester on it, so you can test temperature. I used to use this for the reason why it's so dirty. I used this for my business when I was doing servicing propane equipment. Restaurants. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we'll set this at, what are we going to set this at? Let's see now. I just going to set it at 20. Direct current, and we'll see what we got here for battery voltage. What do we have for battery voltage here today? That's positive, that's negative, so we'll do that. I don't think that's right. Just move this around. Sometimes the connections in the dial here kind of go haywire. I've had to have the thing apart all the time and clean that up. All right, so that's not too bad. 13.2. Holy cats, that's quite a thing. It'll still move around a bit. Must be a bad connection somewhere. It's like everything, you just can't trust it. DTA, don't trust anything. We're still around the 13.2 or 12.8. It's flashing around different places there. Anyway, I'd say it's going to start. If not, then the meter's not telling me the right story. Anyway, I can't blame the borrow meter. It's sat in the edge of ovens while the ovens were on, and pizza ovens and things like that, trying to check temperature. It kind of got warm at times. Oh well, I'll get a new one someday maybe. So the next thing, let's have a look at the front here, I guess. Oh yeah, the oil is right there too. I can probably check that while I'm at it. Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do. So, sorry about all the camera going on here. Anyway, that's the way it is. I don't know what it's showing. It's showing 0.2 half an hour, so it's not run a whole lot. So we have a start switch here. I think it also, yeah, it has a pull start also. And then we have an oil alert lamp. Then we have your switch for your gasoline or your propane. You have your breaker, AC breaker, 120 volt outlet. I'm not sure what that's for, but nothing I have fits that. So then you have your normal 120 outlets there, and then your breakers and more 120 outlets, and then a 12240 outlet. And there we have our ground if you want to put that on. Now, our brown cow. What am I going to say now? Oh yeah, okay. Just a little bit of a story here. When I worked at the Propane, God knows where you'd end up at. Could be downtown in the middle of a roaring hot restaurant with everything out of it 1,000 degrees, and they're wanting you to fix something in the middle of the lineup where they're tripping over you and spilling stuff on you. Or you could be out in the middle of the woods on an old church where somebody is trying to get a furnace going, a new furnace. So we were putting this new furnace in at a place, oh, this is probably 15, 20 years ago now. And of course, the new furnace had, all electronic ignition and electronic module to start and stop, and proof flame and all that kind of stuff in furnaces. And a lot of furnaces nowadays are like that. And probably, and I'm talking propane, but I would say, most natural gas or oil or whatever, even the pellet ones, I think, are probably modules in them. So we hooked up this furnace, and of course there was no power hooked up to this location. There was no temporary power or nothing. So they had a generator there for doing what they were doing, for lights and whatever. So we hooked up this furnace, and we couldn't get it to run. And as I got reading the manual, I got thinking, what is going on here anyway? So a lot of this stuff has to have, nowadays, it has to be polarity correct. So wherever the positive goes in and the negative goes in, that's the way they have to be. And if those wires are hooked up backwards, the unit might start, but it will shut off right away. And the same thing with the ground. This right here, I figured out that because the furnace wouldn't run, I thought, well, I've got to have a ground here. So I don't know what I used, but probably an old piece of wire because they were wiring the place up. So I just stripped a piece of 110 wire, and I took the copper part of it and I hooked it to that stud there where it says ground, and I took the other end of it and I stuck it in the ground. Tried the furnace, and away she goes. So in that kind of a situation, you've got to have the generator grounded for the unit to work if it's modules and electronic ignition and all that stuff. So you got to have it grounded, and you have to have your polarity correct on it, or it will not work. So that's about all I got to say about that. Oh yeah, we're going to check the oil here. Just hang on a second, and I'll set you up here somewhere. Yeah, lots of moving around in this video. Oh, here. There now. All right, now we'll take this and check the oil. Well, where are we supposed to be at? That's the other thing. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so it says high and it says low, so there you go. I'm pretty sure I can see oil right on the threads here, so I'd say she's got lots of oil in her. Yeah, she's pretty near to the top, so that's good. All right, so the next step is to put fuel to it. Now, the fuel is right there, hanging on the edge of the engine bonnet on the case 224. So we have to get this propane line. This propane line hooked up right onto here. So I'll shut this off for a minute and I'll do that. Alright, so my line, that yellow line, that goes out to the tank out on the other side of the wall outside there. It's an 80-gallon tank, or 365 litres about. We have a shut off here, we have a line going, my rubber hose. This is a propane furnace that I have this line for. So the rubber hose goes all the way over and hooks up to the generator. So this might take a little bit of cranking to get this going because I did not purge that line. And the reason why I did not purge that line is I'd rather turn the engine over by battery or starter first and let it lubricate itself a little bit before it starts. That is why I did that. So let's see if it'll start, I guess. It's going to, like I say, it's going to take some cranking because it's got to get fuel to it. Alright, now, the exhaust is over at the other end, over here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So that's going to blow into there. And I don't have any doors or windows open. I'm only going to run it here for a minute anyway. But on propane, it does not make as much carbon monoxide as it does on gasoline. And that is why you see propane forklifts with their propane powered engines in warehouses. They're driving in the building. So that is the reason they don't produce as much carbon monoxide. I think it's probably 30% less than a gasoline engine. I think. So anyway, we'll give her a go here without any further ado. We'll see if it'll start. It hasn't been running probably for a year. So we'll see what happens here. Well, we're going to click anyway. We'll let it sit for a minute now. Well, that's a good sign anyway. You don't want to hold on the starter too long. If I find that it's not going to start, I will bleed the line and get it going. All right, I'll give her another blow here. everything works. So that's one thing I don't like about those kind of things that don't have any throttle. You shut them off. You shut them off with full throttle. I don't like that. So what I could do, I suppose, is shut the propane off and let it quit that way. But and I never did like that idea, but that's the way they are. So that's that. So that's the generator start up. So now I know it works, so that's good. I'll clean out my little spot there, get that a little sweepy. And I'll try this again and put back in and put the blanket over it. All right, let's see if she'll go again here. There, done. All ready for a power outage, I guess. All right, so that's about the end of that, I guess. There's not too much to it, really. Like I say, if you want to see a detailed video on generator maintenance, go and see Dave at RCAF Polar Express. He has numerous videos on generator maintenance. All right, so that's going to be that for today, I guess, and hopefully this one is not an untitled video. I don't know what was going on yesterday, but I think it's fixed now. But we'll find out once this video gets posted. And what it was that I think fixed it was I shut the phone off completely and then restarted it after a bit. Now I do that every now and again anyway, but anyway, I guess I'm kind of wondering if something happened when I was posting the last video, when the first one that said the untitled video, the Sunday chat one, whether YouTube was doing something at the same time and changed some sort of a setting or something. So anyway, we'll see what happens with this one. So I'll put in the title, I'll put generator startup for season, and we'll see if that comes up, or untitled video. Oh dear. Anyway, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. And if you have a generator, it wouldn't be a bad time of year to get it out and get it looked at, because winter is coming. If you're anywhere in the cold area like I am, it's not too far away. Could be snow on the ground in 2 weeks' time here. More than likely not, but it is very possible. So it's a good thing to get your generator out. Just kind of do a quick overview of it and see if it runs and works and makes power and all that. And then if it doesn't, well, then you've got a little bit of time to do something about it to get it fixed. And there were an awful lot of generators sold after Fiona, I'll tell you that, and before. So usually you see a whole bunch of generators for sale about 6 months after a major problem like that. Anyway, I didn't bother selling this one. This one is going to be. This one will more than likely go to my son once I'm gone. Anyway. And once the wife is gone and all the stuff is gone out of here, I would say that my son will have it. Because my daughter, her future husband, has one, so they're all set. And I guess I might as well stop rambling. I don't know what else to ramble about, so. Like I said, have a great day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, and we'll see you tomorrow maybe. And tomorrow might be put the extensions on the downspouts on the house day. Tomorrow is supposed to be 20 degrees, so that's a good thing. And what I'm going to try and do too, if I can remember, is I've got new flags to put up at my father's gravesite and my grandfather's gravesite. I bought new flags the other day, so I got to go and do that. And what else do I got to do? Oh yeah, I got to remember to clean the inside of my windshield on my truck so I can see out. That'd be a good thing to do. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm getting kind of caught up on things to get done before hibernation, outside things, so that's good. Got another 2 weeks maybe, and that's going to be it. All right, so enough rambling. Have a good day. Goodbye.